In the quest for increased food production and higher yields through the development of our land and water resources, concerns are being raised about the environmental footprint agriculture is leaving on the landscape. Along with other countries in the global community, Australia has seen a net loss in areas such as biodiversity and the degradation of our soil and water resources. Although these environmental losses were unintentional, the effect has been to bring pressure upon all land users around the world to be more caring of the environment and to find ways to use our natural resources in a more sustainable way. Since the mid-1990s, Unilever has consulted experts, suppliers, customers and business partners around the world to find a sustainable way forward for its stakeholders in agriculture. In this context, sustainable agriculture supports land management practices that maintain or improve, firstly, agricultural productivity and economic viability. Secondly, the natural resource base. Thirdly, the impact agriculture has on the environment. In January 2000, Unilever and Horticulture Australia began a joint initiative for the Australian processing tomato industry known as the Sustainable Agriculture Project. Working closely with tomato farming families spread across northern Victoria and southern New South Wales, with input from a range of government agencies including the Victorian Department of Primary Industries, the Department of Sustainability and Environment, and New South Wales Agriculture, and project consultants outsourced environmental, the initiative sought to find ways to monitor environmental sustainability at a farm level, develop a farm-based management system to satisfy sustainability and food safety standards, and implement a change management process to farm more sustainably. Although scientists and researchers around the globe are looking at how to monitor and manage environmental performance, few have attempted to do this at a farm level as addressed by this initiative. Using the latest technology and scientific methods, a wide range of indicators that describe the environment were monitored on tomato farms over the 2000 to 2002 tomato growing seasons. Included were estimates of soil fertility and health, soil loss, nutrients, pest management, biodiversity, water, product value, and energy use on each farm. The 2 seasons of monitoring and subsequent project work has shown that there are ways for growers to improve environmental management and increase their profits at the same time. For example, using drip irrigation systems instead of furrow systems can save up to 50% of the amount of water needed to grow a crop of tomatoes, while improving yields in many situations. The amount of applied nitrogen fertilizers can be reduced without a loss in crop yield or quality. The project also generated some important information, showing that soil fertility and health is vital to crop production and sustainability. Results show that where organic matter levels in soils are high, microbial activity, earthworm numbers, and soil mycorrhiza levels are likely to also be high. The biodiversity losses of the past can be restored, and native vegetation can also assist in managing rising groundwater tables, helping to reduce salinity, a major issue for Australian agriculture. Local indicators, such as frogs, can be usefully monitored as an indicator of environmental health. The Sustainable Agriculture Project has made a contribution to driving change in a range of practices for processing tomato growers. For example, many farmers now see the tomato vines remaining after harvest as a useful resource to be returned to the soil rather than being burnt. Soil and plant testing is now more widely used before applying fertilizer. Field traffic is being reduced to lower soil compaction, and greater use of drip irrigation systems and soil moisture monitoring are now used to improve water use efficiency. It is clear from the Sustainable Agriculture Project that there is a need for Unilever and their participating farms to link with neighbouring land users and stakeholders, perhaps at a catchment or regional scale, to achieve net sustainability improvements. Looking at biodiversity and groundwater table management as 2 examples, achieving sustainable improvements clearly needs catchment scale change. An outcome of the project has been the development of a farm management system called Grow Sustainably. Grow Sustainably brings together the key learnings from recent monitoring and best management practices while integrating food safety, farm safety and environmental management considerations into one simple management tool, supported by an on-farm training system. Through the combined effort and goodwill of Unilever Australasia, Horticulture Australia and the processing tomato industry, the Sustainable Agriculture Initiative has made a sound beginning to find ways to farm more sustainably. Sustainable management of our environment is achievable. It is our hope that you will join us in building a future and lifestyle that our children and grandchildren can enjoy. Together, we can make a difference.